Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, the Hungry Hornet, coming to you live and in living colour. And today's video is about commuting in the winter. Today we're on the Grom. Seem to be on the Grom a lot now. We've got room for other bikes on this channel. Thanks for all the support recently on all the videos, guys. It's been popping off. Building quite a nice little community here, so I really appreciate it. Thanks for your views on my shorts and my longs and all those good things. Today's video, as I said, is about commuting in the winter. And what else? What a better way to commute than how most people commute. And that's on a 125. As you see, the weather, it's cold. It's icy. Definitely feels icy. It's got to be 3 degrees, 2 degrees today. It's currently 5 o'clock in the afternoon and it looks pitch dark. And I thought, you know what a perfect time to make a video on commuting and the do's and do nots of commuting on a motorcycle. So today we're gonna look, we got a fellow motorcycle rider in front of us over there on a scooter, and we're going on the back road. We're gonna risk it. Oh, it's closed, isn't it? It's cold, so I thought, you know what, it'd be good to take this back road. But no, instead we're gonna have to go A road, but that's fine. It's probably a bit safer to go A road, seeing the temperature's dropped. But that's part of this video, is talking about things to do and things not to do whilst commuting. Now, things to do. Wrap up warm. As you can see, I'm pretty warm right now. I've got waterproofs on, I've got the right boots on, I've got the right gloves on. I'm all ready to go, baby. I'm ready. I could go Land's End right now, bruv. Another thing to do, make sure your visor's clean, because you can't see through it. Chances are you're gonna have a bad time. Another thing to do, stay hydrated. Nothing worse than needing a cup of tea whilst you're on the bike. Another thing to do is make sure you go for a wee-wee, because there's nothing worse than after having a cup of tea needing a wee-wee on the bike. The vibrations are just not very good. But in all seriousness, be invisible, stay invisible on the bike, being courteous to other road users during the winter, because the winter commute is horrible. Look at it, pitch black. We are pitch black today, pitch black. I can't see shit. Investing in extra gear, such as physical gear for your bike, such as heated grips. Maybe your hands suffer from the cold. Making sure you got winter gloves, heated grips. I don't have heated grips on either of my bikes, so I don't have heated grips on my Hornet or my Grom, nor the future Goldwing that I'm probably going to buy. But you know, you got to dress appropriately, and you know, how long's your commute? You know, do you need heated grips really? Probably not. A bit of a gimmick personally, as long as you're, you know, not riding for fucking 3 hours, and you should be alright. Another thing here, now this is a bit like we're on the perfect road for this. Right here on this particular road is a hot spot for wildlife jumping out at you, more particularly our 4-legged friends, the deers. Now as you can see, there's a lot of light here, a lot of glare, I can't really see very well. But a good idea is to take roads like this with caution during the winter commute, because you have junctions, people pulling out, people with their fucking high beams on that you can't see shit, like I can't see right now. But yeah, I know 2 people that have had deers jump out at them in their cars here, so you won't want that to happen on a bike. It's you'll be dead. So it's being very cautious of rural roads, and the fact that wildlife can and will jump out at you at the drop of a hat. So keeping your distance between other cars is a big must as well during your commute, and remaining vigilant during your commute is a big thing that you need to do. Like for instance, got brake lights here.
That was close.
So yeah, commuting in the winter can be miserable. It's dark, it's cold, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's icy. It's not the best. But unfortunately for us with jobs, part and parcel. And if you ride a motorcycle, the way you get into your job is on your bike. I do a lot of commuting during the winter anyway, so I'm used to it. but it's nice to make sure that the bike you're using is ready for the winter. So some people put knobbly tyres on their bike. I have nothing against that. I think that's a good idea personally. I think, you know, it can't do anything. It's not going to affect the bike negatively, is it? So yeah, staying vigilant during your commute, being patient. Obviously not, you know, like this is a prime example. It's mental here for some reason at the minute. That's probably because the road's closed down there. But so yeah, patience and not trying to filter down all this traffic like I'm about to do. So yeah, patience is a big thing during the winter. Being vigilant, wrapping up warm, and being extra careful with your speed and knowing what sort of bike you have. If your bike's got traction control and ABS and all that good stuff, come in handy and get you out of a pickle during the winter. However, if you're riding an older, more retro bike, you might come into contact with, you know, some surface material that might not be the best for your motorcycle. So it's all those things combined. So you got to take all of those things into consideration. Another thing to take into consideration is just how visible are you? Are you wearing black clothes? Are you wearing a black jacket? Like I like to wear a lighter coloured jacket during the winter so it sticks out more. People won't be able to see you, mate. I mean, look, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, well, 5:30 to be precise. Look at it. Might as well be midnight, mate. And with everyone, you know, with all the lights, it's all very quite disorientating. You'll keep all in this. You got to keep all of this in mind when you're commuting, because you got to remain visible to the other drivers, and you got to make sure that they know what you're doing. So indicating correctly, staying in your correct lanes, because you know winter can be quite hazardous for motorcyclists. So keeping an eye on your road surface is another one, and making sure that you're fully committed to what you're doing and not getting distracted by the cold or the wind or the rain. So protection, what you're wearing, all very big things. So things to do during the winter we've already talked about. Things not to do during the winter: commute, wheelies, stunt riding, excessive speed. All those things can really put a damper onto your commute during the winter. If you're popping wheelies and being a general arse all the time, that's going to catch up with you during the winter. So making sure that you brush up on your riding skills, making sure that you brush up on your hazard awareness, making sure that you stay as up to date and current with what's going on in the world of motorcycling, and keep an interest in safety. That's very important as a motorcyclist during the winter. Another thing not to do is take the heat for granted. Okay, that might sound a bit weird, but when you're on a motorbike, it's very cold. It can be very cold during the winter. So don't take heat for granted. Make sure that your helmet's ventilation is closed. You haven't still got your summer gloves on, and you ain't got your, you ain't got zips open, because that little bit of cold, that can really ruin your commute. Especially if it starts raining and it's cold. Nothing worse than having a vent on your helmet open and then you can feel raindrops hitting your head. Nothing worse. So to recap, make sure you're winter ready for the winter. Make sure you're ready for it. And one way to do that is to make sure that you've got the correct gear. Check your gear. Is it suitable for the winter? Are your gloves suitable? Have they got a hole in them? You know, the worst thing in the world is getting the tips of your fingers icy. Oh, nothing worse, mate. Nothing worse. So gear. Appropriate gear. The right amount of gear. New gear if you need it. Is your visor scratched? Is visibility bad with it? Is it poor? Have you got a balaclava, for instance? Balaclava can really save you during the winter. I wear a balaclava all year round. I like a balaclava under my helmet. It's nice. It stops with the wind. You know, a nice pair of earbuds as well will go a long way. I'm talking about those reusable ones, not the ones you throw away, although they can help as well. But yeah, reusable earbuds will go a long way. Obviously, if you work in a factory or something, on a warehouse, chances are you'll have reusable earbuds as part of your PPE, so just keep those bad boys in. To recap, to become a winter ready rider, it's all reliant on what gear you have and getting your bike ready. So making sure your bike's got the correct apparatus, if you like, the correct accessories. Like if you need heated grips and your hands really suffer with a cold, get them. They're usually quite easy to fit as well, you know, most people can fit them by themselves. Are you commuting on the right type of bike? Commuting in the winter on a scooter can be quite difficult, because with scooters their back ends can come out quite easily, I find. So you know, if you've got a nice a heavier bike that you could use during the winter, one that you could put some snow tyres on, maybe some knobblies, that could be the difference, you know. Making sure you've got fresh tyres, you know, making sure that they're not worn down completely. All big parts of, I like to get my bike serviced before the winter as well, just to make sure that they've got the correct oil in, right amount of oil, they're all brand, you know, all spanking, ready to go. And keeping up a cleaning routine is very important during the winter as well for your bike. You know, making sure it's well lubed, it's continuously lubricating the chain, making sure all the joints are lubed up, and making sure it's got a nice bit of spray on the engine block with some AC F50 or whatever it's called, or some mock-off HCB1, or what's the one I use? I use like a rust protectant on mine. The difference of, you know, keeping your bike in tip-top condition, so when it does come to the summer, what you'll notice is you'll pressure wash the bastard, you know, after it going through its winter salts season, if you like, and it will just look absolutely gleaming, ready to go. It will add a protective barrier against the grit that they're going to be smashing down on the road, you know, which can also play havoc on your tyres as well. So, you know, make sure you're continuously checking your bike to see that it's in a fit condition, because winter can really take it out of the bike. Get your bike winter ready for the commute, and to get you winter ready for the commute requires preparation. If you're not willing to put the preparation in to get your bike in tip-top condition and make sure that you're in tip-top condition as well, and that your gear is in tip-top condition, it'll be an uphill struggle. Winter is all about, you can ride a motorbike and enjoy it in the winter if you make the correct decisions preparing for the winter, which includes obviously making sure that you're wearing the right gear. Gear is very important for the winter, and making sure your bike is in tip-top condition. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment below your thoughts on what you think is needed to get yourself ready for the harsh winter weather that's fast approaching. It is absolutely freezing today, so I thought, what a better time to do it, eh? I've been the Hungry Hornet, you've been incredible, and remember, the seasons may change, but safety should always remain your #1 priority. Until next time, ta-ta, Turbo Man. I'll stop doing that outro.